Hello. Hi guys, I'm Brian. Thanks for joining in again today. So, this has been happening in Zambia. So, as you can see from this title, it says government to recall 100 megawatts from export market amidst power crisis. Zambia, just like Zimbabwe and South Africa, has been experiencing load shedding. So the people there have been on set schedules that say, hey, during these hours, you will not have electricity at home. So, why is Zambia experiencing this crisis right now? Let's find out. Quite recently, during a media engagement, the government of Zambia made that announcement that they are planning on reclaiming 100 megawatts of electricity that had originally been intended for the export market. They generally export their electricity to their neighbors, which are Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Botswana, DRC, Namibia, just to name a few. So these countries are all part of what's called the Southern African Power Pool. So this power pool is essentially there to coordinate electricity trading between the member states that are involved within that power pool. This move to reclaim the electricity originally intended for the export market is being done to supply electricity to their own people. They are clearly facing some electricity deficits within their country right now. Furthermore, negotiations are ongoing to recall an additional 195 megawatts of electricity, considering contractual obligations and the severe drought impacting the whole Southern African region right now. So Southern Africa is experiencing drought as of this season. The factors that are contributing to the drought being experienced currently are to do with El Nino. And if you don't know what El Nino is, this is a weather phenomenon which disrupts typical rainfall patterns, leading to drier conditions in Southern Africa. The ongoing El Nino is a major contributor to the current drought as we speak. And the other factors are to do with rising temperatures due to climate change. With climate change, it obviously affects the rainfall patterns that this region would have been experiencing. So how does all of this fit in with what's happening in Zambia right now? The government-controlled company called ZESCO Limited are the ones that are responsible for generating and distributing electricity all over Zambia. So Zambia has 3,493 megawatts of installed power generation capacity as of 2022. You can find this stat on their website, which is zesco.co.zm. That's where you find this information. Interestingly, 86% of their national generation capacity comes from hydropower, and 14% is a mixture of thermal, heavy fuel, and solar power. So it seems like they are heavily reliant on hydropower, which, considering what I just said earlier about the current droughts the whole Southern African region is experiencing, you can now see why they are in trouble right now. You can see why the country is experiencing load shedding. The predominance of hydro-based electricity opens the country to the risk of weather fluctuations, which have become more common owing to the climate change issue the whole world is experiencing right now. As we speak, as they try to finalize the deals of no longer exporting a lot of their electricity to their surrounding neighbors, Zambia has been importing quite a lot of power. They've been importing about 165 megawatts of electricity. They have been doing that to mitigate the deficit in their own power generation. People of Zambia have not really been happy with what's been happening over there, because Zambia is a country that has come really far. They've come really far in terms of where they were back in the 90s to what they currently are now. They are a country that has been experiencing a lot of growth and progress over the past decades. They have been a good example to what other African countries need to aspire to, because they managed to turn the economy around from what it was previously. And for their people to find themselves at this current stage where they're experiencing load shedding because of poor resource management and poor forward thinking to plan for solutions before the problems arrive has resulted in all of this right now. So check out this comment that someone left on the article I just pointed out earlier. It says, but in the first place, why did you start selling what you don't have? That is a very good question. Why did they find themselves in a situation where they are obviously contractually obligated to be selling a product whilst the people in their own country need that resource? It doesn't make any sense. How did the whole government system, including ZESCO, fail to see that your initial decisions was going to create a crisis in the economy? So don't think you're heroes in reversing this decision. Rather, you have exposed your incompetence. In case there are those who did not realize this, you are now helping them to clearly see your inability to govern. Those are very, very strong words from someone that's very disappointed with the current state of their own country. That's a fair comment to make. It's something that the government there really needs to address really quickly. It's unfortunate that Zambia currently produces more than 80% of its electricity via hydropower. which is an incredible achievement for them to have accomplished. To produce over 80% of your electricity via a renewable resource, it's an amazing achievement. I can applaud them for that, but at the same time, it's unfortunate that this drought has happened, and as a consequence of this drought, their hydropower systems aren't really capable of producing powers. So now the only thing they can really focus on is diversifying their portfolio. Diversify and invest in solar energy, because Africa is full of sunlight. We have far more sunlight in Africa than in many other places around the world, and solar power really hasn't taken off as much as it should have in Africa. One, it is the cheapest alternative to deploy on a large scale compared to a gas-fired power station, coal-fired power station, nuclear, or any other power generation methods. So I really would love to see them diversify more into their solar space, because when the river's dry, they will still have sunlight and their people can still get electricity. So please tell me what you think about this topic in the comments below. What other solutions do you think Zambia can explore? And if you enjoyed this video, as always, please subscribe. I'd love to see you again on the next video. So thank you for watching. Until then.